Somewhere in the Foundation's custody is a chamber filled with hydrochloric acid, built specifically to hold one thing down. Not because the entity inside is large, not because it is fast, or strong, or clever. It's all three. Because it does not die, not from acid, not from fire, most likely not from a 60 megaton bomb the Foundation drew up plans for and then refused to use, because even O5 Command was not confident it would work. This is SCP-682, and these are the SCP tapes. Researchers have tried crystallizing it from the inside out. They have cut it into 12,000 individual pieces and tried to contain each one separately. They have fed it to a creature large enough to swallow it whole. Every attempt is in the file, written up afterward in the same flat, procedural language. Because to the people writing it, this has become routine. And as of the most recent entry, SCP-682 is still in the chamber, waiting for the next one. Somewhere at a Foundation site 50 kilometers from the nearest town, there's a chamber 5 meters wide, 5 meters deep, and 5 meters tall. The walls are 25 centimeters of reinforced acid-resistant steel. The chamber is filled with hydrochloric acid until whatever it is inside is fully submerged. Personnel are forbidden from speaking to it, not as a courtesy, not as protocol for protocol's sake. Speaking to SCP-682 risks provoking it into a rage, and that rage has a body count attached to it. The file describes it as large, vaguely reptilian, of unknown origin. Not a typo, not an oversight. After years in custody, the Foundation still does not know where it came from. It is extremely intelligent. During one of the rare periods it was allowed near another sentient anomaly, it held a full conversation, coherent, complex, by all accounts, deliberate. It understands exactly what is being done to it, and exactly who is doing it. Every form of life it encounters, it hates. And it has said so directly in its own words during questioning. Its body grows and shrinks depending on what it has consumed. It draws energy from anything. Organic material, metal, concrete, it doesn't matter. Filtering gills behind its nostrils strip nutrients from whatever it touches, which is how it survives floating in a tank of acid that would dissolve almost anything else down to nothing. Researchers have observed it moving and speaking, with 87% of its body destroyed or rotted away. 87% gone, and it kept talking. These are the SCP tapes. Every time SCP-682 escapes its chamber, it's logged as a breach. Every time, mobile task forces are dispatched, with a minimum of 7 personnel per team. Fewer than that, and the engagement is considered a loss before it even starts. As of the most recent count, there have been 17 attempted breaches. 6 of them succeeded. The record of those 6 is a list. Names, designations, and beside more than half of them, the same 3 letters. K-I-A. First occurrence, 6 personnel listed, 5 of them killed. Second occurrence, 7 listed, 3 killed. Third occurrence, 6 listed, 2 killed. 1 more simply gone. No designation, no resolution, just absence in the place where a name should be. By the 6th occurrence, the pattern hasn't changed. Different names, different dates, redacted in the file so even the timeline is kept from view. The same outcome, again and again, logged with the same flat bureaucratic language every time. Because again, the people writing the report, this is routine. This is what containing SCP-682 costs. And it is a cost the Foundation has decided every single time that it is willing to keep paying. These are the SCP tapes. The Foundation has not stopped trying to find something that ends this. A chemical designed to crystallize tissue from the inside. An anomaly that fakes death convincingly enough to fool monitoring equipment. Each one logged afterward as a researcher's best guess at the thing that finally works. It does not work. The crystallization agent seemed to for a few hours. The crystallized tissue spread, slower than expected, but it spread. SCP-682 began having seizures. At 62% conversion, the crystallized mass exploded outward, tearing through limbs and organs. An hour later, SCP-682 had regenerated. It informed the staff present that it intended to kill and eat every one of them. It has not reacted to that chemical since. Whatever it did to survive, it kept. The death-mimicking anomaly went further. Researchers cut the lights. 5 minutes later, the lights came back on. And the entity was lying motionless in a pool of fluid, with no observable life signs at all. A D-class subject was sent in to confirm the kill. 3 steps into the chamber, SCP-682 rose and killed him. The entity had not died. It had understood exactly what it was, and exactly what dying would look like to the people watching. It let them believe it, long enough to get someone close. That is the detail that should sit with you. Not the bomb that was never used, not the acid, not the bisection, not the decades of failed attempts stacked in a file somewhere with a number on it. It's the thing in the tank that does not just survive what's done to it. It learns to use your own assumptions against you. It waits for the moment you're close enough to make it worth it. These are the SCP tapes. There is an audio recording in the file. A researcher in a room with SCP-682, asking it directly why it had killed a group of farmers in a previous incident. For a long stretch, there's nothing. No verbal response, just empty tape. Then a sound the researcher can't make out. He asks the entity to repeat itself. Nothing intelligible comes back. He tells the assistant staff to move the microphone closer. One of them, a personnel designated D-085, leans down toward the source of the sound and says something about its throat. That something is wrong with it. That it isn't actually speaking. Then he screams. The recording catches SCP-682 mid-attack, through what's left of a damaged throat, in a voice barely able to form words. It says 3 of them. They were disgusting. The researcher retreats from the room. The recording ends there. 3 words, dragged out through damaged anatomy that shouldn't have been able to produce them at all, and it still made the effort. Not to explain itself, not for any practical purpose. It wanted them understood. Every failed attempt against SCP-682 goes into the same file. Every adaptation it develops stays with it. Sometimes for weeks, sometimes permanently. Filed away the same way the Foundation files away its own failures. Methodically, without comment, ready to be referenced again. The chamber is still there, 50 kilometers from anything. 25 centimeters of steel, full of acid, holding something that has been shot, bisected, frozen, crystallized, and detonated, and has regenerated from all of it. The Foundation calls this containment, and somewhere in that chamber, it's waiting for the next attempt, and it remembers everyone that came before. These are the SCP tapes.